morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the wherever you are in the welcome or in the world, welcome. Um, okay, so today we have with us Angela Homburg, and I love her session. I've actually been watching it. In fact, as a special subscriber, and I suspect you are too if you're watching this video, you can have what's called a personal super mix, which means that you can have 5 or 10 of your favorite sessions all mixed and merged into one. And so you press play and it randomizes, it shuffles, it integrates, let's say 5 sessions into one, so that you don't need to watch one session, then watch another session, and then watch another session 5 in a row, and to get the messages from 5 different extraordinary elite coaches, guides, guardians, psychologists, counselors, therapists, the authors of these positive prime sessions. Well, I have my own super mix, and that's the one that I heavily personalize. It's got all of my photographs in it. Anyway, photographs of me, my family, the highlights of my life, the memories that make me feel like I'm so blessed and so fortunate, and the photographs I've taken of, my favorite flowers in my garden, or the gifts that I've been given to remind myself that I received gifts. And then, of course, I'm also in vibrational alignment with receiving more gifts and appreciating being given gifts. Love that. If you want a little bit of more of that in your life and attract that. Anyway, without further ado, I actually asked for our team to integrate Angela's session into my personal super mix, because I want a little bit of her wisdom and her insights and her wonderful knowledge integrated into my everyday. So take it away, Angela. Tell us a little bit about your session, and then I'll play a little bit for everybody to see.
Okay. Well, my name is Angela Homburg, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist here in the United States. I work especially with intuitive eating and counseling clients to be intuitive eaters, to be mindful. And my main reason for doing this session is because diet culture just presses in on everybody. Even if you aren't a dieter, that whole diet culture and you should do this and you should do that really weighs heavily on people. And if it's not you, then it's probably people around you. And I know with Positive Prime through Kim, and also through Dana Wilde with Train Your Brain, the power of the mind. And so I just knew that this was a tool that I could use with my clients, and really to help them get out of the diet culture. And I'm just really excited about it. I had a lot of fun doing it.
I love your session. Okay, so tell everybody who's listening, what's the outcome? What's the upside? What's the benefit? What are the advantages when you become a diet renegade? Because that's actually the name of your session. So yes. Why do I want to invest my very precious time and energy into watching your session? What am I going to get out of it?
So my main focus is really to stop objectifying your body, and to stop being totally focused on how you look and what you look like, and what your size is, and oh, I've got this fat roll or whatever. And we spend so much time on Instagram or any social media that we're getting these constant, almost body shaming images, and oh, she looks so good, or oh, he's got 6-pack abs. And I really wanted to have that. I guess I want people to have the understanding that their bodies have wisdom, and really be able to have the warfare, I guess, the tools to really be strong and have strong warfare against the diet culture. So it's really a tool to back that up and say, listen, I've got this in my head, instead of, this celebrity is so beautiful and this one did this, and to really focus on having their bodies, and not being focused on their body, but having focused on all of their other gifts. And that food's food's awesome and that it's okay to eat and there's not bad foods, and our bodies are amazing. They're gifts.
Yeah, wow. So tell me, what am I going to learn from you in watching this particular session?
I would say the main thing is body love. And I don't just mean like, oh, I love I love myself, but there's just so much, there's so much in each one of us that our body has so much amazing wisdom. And my body there's nobody else like me in the whole world. And there's nobody like you in the whole world. And that's amazing. And to have that feeling of empowerment that I can take on the world because I'm so unique and so special. I think that more than anything, it's just that body confidence, not just body, but the whole package, and not have to focus on diet culture and I have to be like this and I have to act like this and I have to be a certain size or weight.
Yes, and yet you're a registered dietitian nutritionist,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about what does that qualification actually mean?
So the registered dietitian nutritionist is actually an international registration. And in the United States, we're registered, you go to university or college. I have a master's degree, so I have 4 years of university and then 2 years of master's. And then I have with it an internship. And then I sit for a registered exam and then maintain my registration through education and continual updating of my license. So anyone can call themselves a nutritionist, but you have to have a certain degree and a certain registration, I guess, certification.
We're going to get you back for a much more in-depth conversation about what do you think of keto and what do you think of gluten-free and what do you think of sugar-free and what do you think of, because one interesting approach that I have is that I ask people who actually know. It's like, if I want to create wealth, I'm going to ask people who are genuinely financially independent and they have freedom. I'm not going to ask somebody who's struggling to save money. Right?
Yep.
If I'm going to ask somebody, hey, what should I really do with respect to my wellness and my wholeness and my health? I'm going to ask, so what do I need to know about food or about, intermittent fasting or all of these other things? And so you're going to be in the hot seat again soon. Is there anything you want us to know right off the bat?
I would say the main thing that I want you to realize is there's no bad foods and there's no good foods, that all foods fit, and that our body has wisdom, and really getting to the root of our body wisdom and rejecting diet culture is the key to being a diet renegade.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so should we watch a little bit of your session?
Yes.
And I'm just going to share the screen here so everybody knows. Here, can you actually see my whole screen, or can you just see this this page?
Just that page.
Okay, alrighty. So it's done in the wellness section. If I actually wanted to search for it, I could go up here into the search bar and I could put in Angela. Maybe you'll remember that that's who we're talking to. And you'll see that there's actually, becoming a diet renegade. But let's just say you didn't remember that this beautiful woman's name was Angela. You could put in diet. Oh, there we go. There's something on diet and you'll find the session again. So this little search bar, once you're inside, is really important. Alrighty, so next thing, let's press play session. Of course, I'm going to say, well, like right now, I'm feeling actually quite powerful. That's interesting. I'm feeling quite powerful. And away we go. Let me just share this now. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually click down here and turn that music off. If you actually wanted to go over here, for example, to YouTube or to Spotify, or you might have something else on your computer that would allow you to actually enjoy some other music. Sometimes some of our session authors actually change their music as well once every 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, just to spice things up a little. Anyway, so we are now into watching this Positive Prime session. For those of you who want a little bit of a clue, down here we're on the lowest speed for the slowest transition between the 1000 frames. So we're on speed 1. We can speed it up, and the faster we go, the more we bypass the conscious critical judgment factors of our prefrontal cortex, so that the actual content goes into our other than consciousness and plants seeds that then informs our subconscious, right? So there's something very groovy that happens when you watch a particular session at speed. So let me give you an experience of that. More up to speed 4, up to speed 5, up to speed 6, up to speed 7, up to speed 8, up to speed 9, and up to speed 10. It's a little glitchy on Zoom though, but you get the idea. At very fast speeds or faster speeds, you're actually into the realm of visual hypnosis. It's an extraordinary mindfulness exercise for you to be doing. But if you want to really savor the messages and contemplate them and reflect upon them, then I would suggest that you actually watch at speed 1 or 2. Maybe, like me, you're super busy, and so what you'll choose to do is watch on speed 1 or 2 for at least a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes on speed 1 or 2. Really, say out loud to yourself without verbalizing, but in your mind, I am compassionate to my body. Maybe you say that and you allow that to really resonate. God has entrusted me with my body. I am present for the eating experience. And the beautiful thing is that you will start to actually have some of these phrases repeated to you throughout your days and your weeks and your months and your years. And you'll be triggered in really empowering and enriching ways. There's Angela. I am confident. All righty, and you are indeed. So I would watch on speed 1 or 2. Before I go any further, this is the one thing I really want you to know. You must add in photographs of yourself to all Positive Prime sessions. Why? Because when you integrate your identity into the content, your identity has an opportunity to really allow the messages to be absorbed and to be anchored within you. And you then show up being the person who actually lives by these principles and lives into walking the talk of whatever the session's content is. It's imperative that you see photographs of yourself, and indeed photographs that actually connect you with the content. And so that could be photographs of your family, of your pets. That could be photographs of your favorite flowers in your garden, of gifts you've received, any photograph that is meaningful and significant to you, that actually literally draws you in, because your reticular activating system will literally laser focus you into the content every time you see something that's super familiar to you. It's a bit like when you're at a cocktail party and you hear your name, Kim, catches your attention. And that's because we as human beings are wired where we're concerned. And so if you really want to accelerate learning in any subject, integrate yourself into the content in any way that you can. And this software does that so elegantly, so effortlessly, so beautifully. So upload photographs of yourself and integrate them into the content. Okay? Very important. Angela, I feel like some of these messages never would have occurred to me in the way that you express them. And that for me is the value, because I might know or think that I know some of the content, but when I hear it from you, it resonates with me differently. That's the power, I think, of me being able to see your beautiful face in your session. It's like you're sitting here with me. You're on my shoulder. Huh?
Wow. Yeah, that's powerful.
Absolutely. And as a coach, a guide, a mentor, if I was one of your personal clients and I was watching this and it was reinforcing our communication, our connection, it would mean that I would be able to take on board your advice in a much more graceful and elegant way. This would be great reinforcement.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that just the power of having this with my clients is, yeah, it's going to be a game changer.
Alrighty, so if I was to treat my body with respect, see, I just read that. What could I do? What could I do that would be evidence that I treat my body with respect?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
You can dress for the here and now and not, okay, I'm wearing the clothes that I want to wear when I drop 10 pounds, or you respect your body by wearing clothes that fit you and that show off the body that you have now. And respecting yourself is listening to your hunger cues and eating when you actually are hungry and not saying, no, I can't eat, that's too many calories. Respecting also when you're full and being able to stop when you're full and understand that, especially in this day and age, we can eat at any time. So the food is not going anywhere. To understand that it's okay if I eat and stop when I'm full. But it's also understanding the gift that food is really good, and I shouldn't restrict food. So there's lots of things I could keep talking, but yeah, those are a few.
Awesome. We'll just have a look in the chat to see if there are any questions from anybody that we will have you answer while we're here. And for those of you who are Positive Prime clients, your subscribers, if you see this session and you think, oh, wow, you know what, I would really love it if my uncle, aunt, cousin, niece, nephew, sister, brother, client, friend, colleague could see this, you could go up to the top right-hand corner and you could go to invites and you could actually share this with somebody. So I'm just going to pause this right now. I'll go back to my dashboard. It's going to force me to actually tell everybody how I'm feeling better. And now I want to go over here to invites. And I actually have an opportunity, you all do, to share your account with up to 4 other people. And that means that this is really a 5-for-1 deal, which is extraordinary, isn't it? So you can actually send an invitation to somebody, you put in their email address, and it will auto generate that email, and you can then send the invite. Now, let's just say you've had a conversation with them before and you say, hey, I love Positive Prime. I really think that you'd benefit from it. I'd love to gift it to you for a month or 2. And if you really like it, then you can actually become a subscriber yourself. Great idea. Let's go out there and share that. So I'd love to leave you on that note. And we're coming up to the top of the hour. This particular Positive Prime group session is usually only half an hour. It happens every single week. We love you. We appreciate you. We are absolutely here to help you feel more positive about your life, to make a more meaningful contribution to those in your life, and for you to actually have the experiences that you desire. So think about what's on your bucket list. Go find a photograph that represents what's on your bucket list. And once you've got those photographs, upload them into your Positive Prime sessions and allow your other than consciousness to work for you. In closing, Angela, is there anything you'd really like to share with our audience? One to do, must do today.
Oh, one to do. know that you're powerful, you have powerful wisdom, your body is unique, and your body wisdom will, if you have that interoceptive awareness and work on your relationship with your body, your relationship with food will improve too.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope that this has been helpful to you, and we will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.
Thank you, Kim.
Ciao. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.